24 on Cstv. Cstv News at 24 is brought to you by Celeste Brown, Rema Austrian Agency, Amstel Block Machinery and Block Manufacturing, Yab Decorations, Sarah's Dream Jewelries, Nap Apartment Hotel, and Krista Jorek Pet Shop. My name is Dorcas Mesa. Now, some headlines on our news bulletin for today. President John Dramani Mahama champions drives and appeals to the global industry. Also coming your way, you have been unfair to me, says Bandai Member of Parliament, Speaker Albin Bagden. Coming up in business news, the Criminal Investigation Department of the Ghana Police Service and the Bank of Ghana has arrested 41 in Accra crackdown. Details of the news will be coming your way. And on the international front, Sudanese militia leader sentenced to 20 years for Darfur atrocities. There's and many more stories will be coming your way on tonight's bulletin on CSTV. Stay tuned. You're still live on CSTV News at 24 on CSTV. Now let's move to our first story for tonight. Former Minister of Information Fatimatu Abubakar has criticized the ruling National Democratic Congress over what she describes as the unfair treatment of former appointees of the new Patriotic Party government who has been accused of corruption. Speaking on the panel discussion, she argued that bail conditions for appointees facing corruption and related charges have now become excessively high, suggesting these measures are being used as punishment rather than a judicial requirement.
People were excited, not over exuberance, no, after we had won an election with almost 1 million difference. And by now, majority in front bench, but the president didn't want to wipe an entire leadership of a political party in the name of double salary. So sometimes, in the public interest, weigh your love for the country and your disdain for some of the activities of Myanmar, one must at all times the public interest, national cohesion, and carbon miado stability of Ghana and a President Akufo-Addo man take precedence over some of these things. But the situation is not the same today, and the way they are going about things, even the bail conditions are almost certainly be and comforting change. Because now more be who said to be bail at your friend is saying 800 million Ghana cedis. Oh, ordinarily, okay, I'm not discussing removal from office near a year. What I would have done is to do research, look for the session, look for precedents and all that, and come and educate the public. Yes. But what only means I'll tell me, I've lost hope in Ghana. Oh, goodness. My goodness. Nyame restore me in that direction. Only means it is so glaring that what is happening is political motive. Extent that no law, no logic will redeem us from what is me. But now I say, because the national chairman of the NDC from last year, TV or Peace FM, there was a Matiduo, several radio stations, the voice all over. Yeba Chief Justice. Ye EC chair, the 2 deputies. Ye the listener to her. Almost a debit. Supreme Court need threshold, and so still also Debbie court and so I'm buy your money and spend it. At your go, be anchor retirement and your replacement and your nothing. And for Momo, all of a sudden, the conversation is like, oh, you need threshold, you need ceiling. Is there a ceiling? And Okoto de ne budget. President Akufo-Addo de yanka ceiling, yanka pema. Ono de yeso wotna aircraft mu a enya ye dey compare other countries or aircraft every 30 years. Enko kunu na otu adubone bi ka wa.
Former Education Minister Dr. Matthew Poku Prempeh has revealed that he advised the current Minister of Education, Haruna Idrisu, on key education matters and believes the minister is now doing well. According to him, Haruna Idrisu visited him to discuss important issues.
What's wrong? Okay. I'm a Chinadri corner, so this or one being in the moon said, my trip break and becoming. I'm actually. The education said, when you're paying for me, what I cheer, I would say, I say, no more than 2 for. What have you to the papers? I'm not the same who said, I was support to minister. I won't take no one out of me, and if it's a big year for, and I won't to minister for a day same PE. Oje ensemble KCC service akokase the local language also cabinet ba be kan say minister to go near platform so kasa just say the back cabinet na improve mu ne ye kan sem we be ha any dancer crowd carry any dancer and Nigeria for almost start local language and the child school any fear me answer omutwe.
The embattled Member of Parliament for Bandai constituency, Matthew Nindam, has accused Speaker of Parliament Albin Bagbin of being unfair to him as an individual and a legislature. Mr. Nindam said Parliament is meant to be a place where every MP can be heard, but feels he has been denied that right.
Oh, I can say, one, Speaker is not fair to me as an individual and as a member of parliament. Seven previasa. And Kabibi Kurana or no kwa or speaker so obome hobine. Because a kasi democracy, a kasi rule of law, at least parliament honum. That is where there should be proper democracy. That is where an individual should be heard. Young say you bought man hobine. But nobody I am no. Sabi prebiasa. He's not been fair to me. Minim intentional or the yes idea no because until mama president jaju question there na I can want some kwano. One of the no speaker. Then you before from the speaker. He witnessed and sat on the same or similar matter. Ena dan abudape no colleague no. He was there as a member of parliament, not on the speaker no. What happened in Mio? The same election petition what they call court. Mio has to do with one doctor, Yakubu. The same thing, he was there. Not speaker no. Just say, Obia wa ye MP da. No one sama bese no. Honorable Speaker. Back then, he was a member of parliament and he rose to become a speaker of parliament. But say Obe treating me the way I was treating me there. I don't know the motivation behind it, but I think that it's not been fair to me. The same way, Mimi Fu say, some medical court, the judge has not been fair to me because in some medical court, Sabi, the beer needs handsome no more. Mimi Fu say, I should be treated the way I have been treated because.
And now moving on to the Northern region, the district chief executive for Bole, Abdullahi Mahmoud, has been involved in an accident on his way to Tamale in the Northern region. His vehicle registration number SR27-25 was traveling from Bole towards Tamale for an official assignment when the accident occurred around Kasugu in the Yapei constituency of the Savannah region along the Tamale Highway. The DC is currently receiving treatment at the Tamale Teaching Hospital. President John Dramani Mahama has appealed to global vaccine manufacturers to partner government in establishing a Ghana vaccine manufacturing hub. Speaking at an engagement where pharmaceutical industry players at the WHX Leaders Conference, President Mahama said the continent's experience during the COVID-19 pandemic revealed deep vulnerabilities, especially African dependence on imported vaccines.
And this is what I was talking about, into strategic PPPs to expand diagnostic imaging, laboratory network, and specialized services nationwide. These three pillars are not isolated programs. They form the backbone of Ghana's health transformation agenda and our contribution to the broader African sovereign health ecosystem. Your Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, Africa seeks a new paradigm of partnership, one that is defined not by dependency, but by co-investment, innovation, and shared values. So we call on vaccine manufacturers to partner with us to build African vaccine production hubs. We call on pharmaceutical companies to expand into biologics, generics, and essential medicine manufacturing in Africa.
We're going for a commercial break. We'll be right back. Stay tuned.
Company Limited. So we pay blocks machines here eye papa. Na ne bonso esan eda form dia. Enye na enwani Amsal Company Limited. Ye were conveyor blocks machines, hydraulic blocks machines, pallets, any blocks machines in one accessories nyina. And nothing so blocks machines ahodro wo penny nyina bi nso ewo ho. Hwehwe ye kira kwan ene ya. Ye was Spinters Road 18 Junction. Ye ni KFC dan no e na edi nhwe animu. Freye, it was 05,240 and I say 0540-725850. Amstel blocks machines papa efie.
You welcome back. You're still live on Cstv News at 24 on Cstv. Now let's move on to some business stories. The Director General of the Criminal Investigation Department of the Ghana Police Service, Madam Yako Donko, has revealed that security agencies have intensified a crackdown on unauthorized foreign exchange trading hotspots in the Greater Accra region. A total of 41 suspects, which comprises both Ghanaians and foreign nationals, were arrested for engaging in unauthorized foreign exchange trading. She cautioned the public to conduct foreign exchange transactions only through licensed banks and approved financial institutions.
Stability and ensure that all forex activities comply with government laws and regulations. The details of the brief are as follows. In the early hours of today, Tuesday, December 9, 2025, a team from the Criminal Investigation Department of Units and officials from the Bank of Ghana, acting on intelligence, conducted an operation at major hotspots in targeted areas of Accra, including Tudu, Circle, Airport, and Osu. These locations were identified as consistent sites of illegal forex trade. In total, 29 suspects, including Togolese, Beninois, Nigerians, and Ghanaians, were arrested. The following amounts of money were recovered. Cash in Ghana cedis, 1,266,770 Ghana cedis. Cash in CFA, 100,000 CFA. Cash in Naira, 3 million.
Still in business news, the Ghana Water Company Limited has assured to keep tax flowing, but has also advised Ghanaians not to expect round-the-clock supply of water under the current tariff regime. Now, Public Relations Officer of the Ghana Water Company Limited, Stanley Mate, says the new 15.92% tariffs approved by the PURC is far too little to sustain the level of investment required to guarantee uninterrupted water supply.
Okay, so for now, we have admitted every time that there's a gap between demand and supply. Now, to enable us bridge that gap, we need to do a lot of investments, including building new infrastructure like treatment plants, extending pipelines, and is this 15.9% adequate to enable us save enough money or to clear our books to enable us even go for a facility to expand our facility? That is impossible. So then we will try to keep the taps on, but then it can't be 24/7. Okay, let's admit that we can only keep the taps on 24/7 when we have built new treatment plants, when we've extended pipelines and all that.
Now moving on to the international front also, the International Federation of Journalists has published its 2025 report. According to the report, about 111 journalists were killed whilst covering events around the world throughout this year. The document, which was published a day before Human Rights Day, stated that the Middle East region was the most impacted with 69 deaths. Out of that number, 51 deaths were recorded in Gaza. The International Criminal Court has sentenced Sudanese militia commander Ali Muhammad Rama to 20 years in prison for war crimes and crimes against humanity committed in the Darfur more than 20 years ago. The 76-year-old convict was convicted on 27 charges linked to attacks carried out in 2003 and 2004. He is the first person to be tried by the ICC for crimes committed during the Darfur conflict. Sports updates will be coming your way to right after the commercial break. Please stay. To our sports update for tonight, Sports Minister Kofi Adams has issued a warning to the Black Stars team ahead of their 2026 World Cup clash with Croatia. According to him, Croatia was very dangerous in the previous World Cup and advised the Black Stars team to read their previous strategies as part of their preparation.
Croatia, everybody knows how dangerous they have been at the various World Cups that they have featured. Their game style is every time they come with something unique. Yeah. And so you must approach such a team not with the mindset that they have a certain style of play, that you go and read them how they played previously and therefore you go into the game only with that plan. You come against such a team and knowing that your formation may even change. So you, the technical bench, must equally be smart. And luckily, we are not coming against Croatia as the first team. So your scouts will do a lot of work for you. Your video analyst, in this case, will do a lot of
they will gather a lot of information, their previous engagements, and to make sure that at least they prepare you on some of their dangerous moves, and then the players to sport and so on and so forth, and what you should do. But even then, once you are playing them, they are a team that can change their style within the 90 minutes of play, sometimes about 3-4 times. So you'd have to watch. Of course, Panama, not much is known of them. And when you have a team that you don't know much of them also, it becomes a worrying thing. So we are good. I'm okay with the group. All we need to do is to have player discipline.
Let's move on to some foreign sports updates. Lando Norris has admitted that he would love to raise more against Lewis Hamilton in the 2026 season as FI's new world champion back, the sport's most successful driver to bounce back from his difficult year in Ferrari. But ahead of FI's big rules reset next year and the possibility of new look cars shaking up the grid for both drivers and teams, Norris is hopeful of seeing Hamilton back at the front. Defender Conde scored twice as Barcelona fought back from a goal down to beat Frankfurt in Barca's first Champions League game at the Camp Nou in more than 3 years. The victory takes five-time European champions Barca onto 10 points from their 6 matches, and with 2 games to go still in contention to claim a top 8 place that would see them jump straight into the last 16. Also, Liverpool's Virgil van Dijk says he hopes the situation with Mohamed Salah and the club is resolved, but admits he has no idea what the future holds for his teammates.
I think it wasn't too difficult. Obviously, it's his feelings that he obviously aired on after the game, and obviously we came in on Sunday, and I didn't feel any difference in terms of the team, the players. Obviously, we all know what's going on, but I think it's more the outside world that makes it obviously what it is, bigger than ever, and we just have to deal with the facts, and that's that we had a big game tonight that everyone has to be ready for, and we have another big game on the weekend, and whatever happens, we'll see. Nothing more, nothing less. None of anyone's business. Listen, of course, Mo is. I've been with Mo for such a long time, and I've mentioned it in another interview. He's been a big part of my success that I've had at the club. He's a big part of the club's success. I've been a big part of his success, and we all have been doing it together at Liverpool. So the reality is as well that he's going away on the weekend, and then hopefully he has an amazing African Cup of Nations. And in the meantime, I have no idea what will happen, 100%. But listen, I'm not the decision maker here. It's a decision between the club and Mo. But whatever happens, obviously, listen, we are friends. We've been through highs and lows, and let's see what it brings. I don't think there's any point of me saying someone let someone down. He didn't travel based on the consequence that what he said after the game, and that's it. He trained yesterday, perfectly normal, and let's see when we come back and train on Friday what the situation will be like. But like I said, my focus is on the team, and in this point, Mo is still part of the team, so we'll see what happens.
Entertainment news will be coming your way right after the commercial break. Stay tuned. Welcome back now in entertainment news. Veteran gospel singer Stella Seal has raised concerns about what she sees as a growing disregard for industry trailblazers, saying many young musicians use their songs without seeking permission. She described the practice as painful and discouraging.
Laws, Karmatic laws, they work. It doesn't matter the amount of hip about over here and the amount of blood you will apply and the grace. No, come on, ebecho. And choose to see a ebecho ma. Into nipa wa ye papa. Into me can't said they don't ask for permission. Ask for permission. They are smart. Oh, almost time it trim. Now say yeah, in pennyphone. I record go ho na nema young ones no ene mo release ya de hin na mo so mo gya kwa menwom na be dane hymns dada nyina obi frema so wunum dada nyina dane hymn me twa na bibia be wura me mu eti ebe kwa ba young ones no de no mo German chriman. That's the $1 million question. Yeah, very enti bia mo so mo amodane dan ho amudrima na ebane you so image impo na wan kan kire no charge gate fee na bi oka said I have no idea sada no me kra me ni around nti yimi free mu ade na eno ayasam ya oka said no we charge gate fee yes you be lying to the public e be to say bia antistala ojipani onko nti umuma ukokaye no waye ni paboni. So in fact a Ghanaian culture a Ghanaian culture na science sa e beto aso because in Chilima no mo hwe in Chilima no so hwe the way present middle the trending ones ebi are behaving no almost so a better also. Honoring honor is not our culture. It's unfortunate, but it is.
And that will be all for tonight's news bulletin on CSTV. But before we go, a recap of the top stories. President John Dramani Mahama champions drive and appeals to the global industry. You have not been fair to me, says the Pandai Member of Parliament to Speaker Alban Bagbin. Also in business news, the Criminal Investigation Department of the Ghana Police Service and the Bank of Ghana has arrested 41 in the Greater Accra region crackdown on illegal forex trading. And on the international front, Sudanese militia leader sentenced to 20 years for Darfur atrocities. And this is where we draw curtains for tonight's news bulletin. CSTV News at 24 was brought to you by Celestine Brown, Rema Ocean Agency, Amstel Block Machinery and Block Manufacturing, Yard Stations, KS Wafemix Company Limited, Sarah's Dream Jewelries, Nap Apartment Hotel, and Crystal Jorek Pet Shop. Happy birthday to Felicity Akosia H. This is from your elder sister. And a happy birthday to Mr. Kwe Inside La. This is from Na Dromo. My name is Dr. Mensa. Good evening once again.